Hey guys, it's Friday again, which means it's time for me to make a video for you. And I do that on Fridays and Tuesdays, so you should probably subscribe so you don't miss it. Stop doing this so much. I am currently in Washington, D.C. Obviously, this is not my room. I don't live in a hotel. Why would I have two beds? Because the last time I did this, you guys thought it was so funny. So funny. I thought I would do it again. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about reading my old journals. I'm gonna read 3 chapters for you today because they're all kind of short, schminy. They're all kind of short and tiny. I figured, like any good saga, you start with chapter 4 and then you go back and do a bang up shitty job of the first 3 chapters. So let's get into it. Chapter 1, Who Am I? My name is Jessi Sanfilippo. I live in a 4-bedroom home I live with my mom, Jean, and my dad, Tom. I am the middle child of 3. My older sister, Sandy, is 16 years old, and Valerie, my younger sister, is 12 years old. I myself am 14 years old. I go to Brimhall Junior High, and I'm a freshman in high school. Some of my goals for life are to give the best effort I can, no matter what is going on. For instance, okay, here we come with some more examples. Last time we had diabetes. So, for instance, if I come across an emotional obstacle within my life, I will try my hardest to be the strong person in the situation and do my best to help the people who are extremely hurt. Okay, that's chapter 1. And there's a sticky note from my teacher that says numbers under 100 should be written out because I wrote the digit 12 and the digit 14. No, I didn't. I wrote out the word 14, but I didn't write out 16 or 12. Now you know, grammar lesson. Chapter 2, Before I was, there were, ... This is like 3 sentences long. How is this a chapter? There were only a few people before I was born that were an influence in my life. Wait, weird opener. First and foremost, there were my parents, obviously. They had made my older sister, just made her out of like clay, maybe some sticks and mud, Sandy, only 2 years before I was born. Then there was my Uncle Pat and cousin Melody. Melody was 7 when I was born, and my uncle was just old. No age, just old. There weren't many other influences in my life before I was born, but I do know that my grandparents were there with my mom and dad every step of the way. I forgot to say every, I just said every step. I don't know, not many other influences that I was not around to know whether or not they were influences. I don't understand this assignment. And then this says, notes from the teacher, capitalization error, commas, 1 comma, singular, great. Chapter 3, Suddenly, I became me. It just suddenly happened. I was born on July 9th, 1986 in Cold Spring Harbor Hospital in Cold Spring Harbor, New York. The hospital was extremely small, according to my mom. But what does she know? Once I was born, they had to move my mom into another room and send me with her so that they could deliver another baby. What is that about? Oh gosh, how funny is that? I wrote that. How funny is that? When I was born, it was very early in the morning, so naturally, everyone there was tired. Well, I guess the doctor started to fall asleep right as I started to poke out and see the world for the first time. I'm sorry, but poke out? Suddenly, I started to poke out. He had to roll across the room and deliver me half awake. I used to always put whoa, this is a sharp jump. I used to always put olives on my hands when I was little. At my first birthday party, I was reaching for the candles on my cake because I was so fascinated with them. And when I pulled my hands away, I made the cutest little scrunched up face. Then, about 1 year and 9 months later, my little sister Valerie was born. Okay, what? So bad. I feel like I'm gonna get more embarrassed reading these. I don't know, I'm hoping that this is the worst of it. No, because if I go back further, it's gonna be real bad. From then on, being the youngest was no longer an option. No shit, Sherlock, because now you're the middle sibling. No longer an option. Before, it was an option. I could choose to be the youngest one if I wanted, but now I don't have that option because my parents had my little sister Valerie a year and 9 months later. I was now a younger and older sisters. In other words, I was a middle child. So there it is, reacting to chapters 1 through 3 of my 14-year-old journal, not 14-year-old, journal from when I was 14. That's clearly we have not progressed any in our grammar. If you guys liked this video, give it a thumbs up. I am going to do plenty more of these, and I found one before I left when I was choosing which to bring. I found one that is going to be the most hilarious reenactment you have ever seen. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it, and I will see you dweebs again on Tuesday. Okay.